Alright everybody, welcome back to the House of Wrestling. Really quickly, before our first night of Fyter Fest tonight on TNT, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Make sure that you tune in. Do not miss it. It is free on TNT television tonight. We're going to run through the Night 1 card. Of course, this is going to be a two-night event. I know some people will definitely be a little more interested in the Great American Bash going on USA Network as part of NXT's response to the free pay-per-view, but Fyter Fest has the most build, it has the most excitement, maybe not as much star power, but I definitely believe in this much more than a slapdash pay-per-view response by NXT. So we have 5 matches here, the Tag Team Championships, the TNT Championship, the AEW Women's World Championship, and a couple of storyline heavy tag team matches. We'll go from bottom to top here. We have Private Party with Matt Hardy versus Pride and Powerful, Santana and Ortiz. This should be a good match. I'm not entirely sure if this is the moment for Private Party to go over here, so I am going to predict Santana and Ortiz. They need to establish good, consistent momentum for the inner circle, so this seems like a good spot to do it, especially because I don't expect Jake to go over later on tonight. So I'll pick Santana and Ortiz for that. Next up, we have Jurassic Express, Jungle Boy and Luchasaurus versus MJF and Wardlow. I can see Jurassic Express going over here, but I know that they want to make sure that Wardlow is protected. We've seen Luchasaurus take some losses already, and Jungle Boy is someone who can maintain a lot of strength even in losses. So I don't know exactly what the conclusion of this would be. Might be a DQ finish. So I will predict Lucha Express even if it's by DQ. Next up we have Hikaru Shida, the champion, versus Penelope Ford. Not that Penelope wouldn't be a good champion or that she is not deserving of championship opportunities, but this doesn't seem to be a hard decision here. It's definitely going to be Hikaru Shida. She's got so much fire right now, so much momentum. She's got the Tifa Lockhart thing going on. She has been doing some excellent work on television, and that match against Nyla Rose just put her over so strong. It wouldn't make any sense to have Penelope get the belt here, so I'll predict Hikaru Shida. Then our co-main event for night 1, Cody Rhodes, Cody with Arn Anderson versus Jake Hager for the AEW TNT Championship. I do not predict that we will see the belt finished on this show. I don't think that we're going to get anything like that until the next All In, but this should be a good match. I think that Jake's been doing some excellent work up and down the roster here. That match against Moxley was really good, and I predict that he's going to have a good match here against Cody. Cody, of course, I've been a huge fan of throughout the ongoing weeks and weeks. You know, the selling, the promos, he's great. What's not to love about Cody? I think he'll retain here. I don't anticipate a DQ finish. I think that Jake can be very strong, losing clean, especially because he looked very strong against Moxley. So I anticipate a clean finish here. I don't know if we'll get one, but he will be retaining. And finally, we have what I assume will be the main event here, Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page versus the Best Friends, Chuck Taylor and Trent, in a tag team match for the AEW World Tag Team Championships. It's not quite time for the Best Friends to be champion. I don't know if there's going to be a time, and I don't think that we're done exploring the odd couple that is Kenny Omega and Adam Hangman Page, so I expect them to retain. I'm not saying that Best Friends were the worst pick, but I would have liked to have seen maybe another tag team engage them for a championship shot. Maybe Lucha Bros, maybe Private Party. I'm a big fan of Private Party. I like them. I don't know if they'll go over tonight just because of Cody's match against Jake Hager, but I like Private Party a lot. That being said, I expect our tag champs to retain here. Before I go, quick notes of next week's card. We will have Lance Archer versus Joey Janela. We'll have Nyla Rose in action. We'll have a big 6-man tag with Colt Cabana and the Dark Order versus SCU. We'll have an 8-man tag, FTR and the Young Bucks versus Butcher and the Blade and the Lucha Bros. Our co-main event, Chris Jericho versus Orange Cassidy, and we will have our AEW World Championship, Jon Moxley versus Brian Cage for the World Championship. It should be noted, some people were anticipating the World Championship match to be tonight and not next week, just because of how the card was announced or slated in previous weeks. I didn't think that made a lot of sense, just on the theoretical side, because wouldn't you want your World Championship to be later on, more build? And it definitely makes more sense now that Moxley is awaiting the arising of any symptoms of the novel because of his wife's recent positive test results, and of course the ongoing situation at WWE. So I'm looking forward to next week. I'm glad that they're giving Moxley another week to make sure that he's all right. Don't want to endanger the rest of the roster. AEW deserves all the awards for their handling of the COVID-19 pandemic. They have been keeping everybody safe and sound. And another excellent response to the COVID-19 pandemic, making sure that us fans get this pay-per-view for free. No price. It's free $99 here on TNT. So make sure you check it out. AEW's Fyter Fest, a 2-night special, July 1st tonight and July 8th. In Jacksonville, Florida, at Daly's Place, live on TNT. 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. Check your local listings, all that crap. Thank you so much for listening. Like, subscribe. I love you guys, and I will see you next week.